Into the storm. When it comes to studying the biggest storms, no one gets closer than hurricane hunters. Inside this issue, debate. Should your teacher be a computer? Watch a video. Meet a hero who fights for kids' right to learn. Earth Science. Hunting hurricanes. Meet a pilot who flies straight toward some of Earth's most powerful storms. As you read, identify one way that hurricane hunters help people on the ground stay safe. In September 2020, pilot Rebecca Waddington was flying off the west coast of Florida. Suddenly, strong winds slammed into her small jet. It was one of the bumpiest flights of her life. What was happening? Waddington was flying through a dangerous storm. It would later become Hurricane Sally. Most pilots try to avoid dangerous weather, but not Waddington. She is a hurricane hunter with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. Waddington and her crew collect data about these deadly storms. Their work helps keep people on the ground safe. Superstorms. This time of year is especially busy for Waddington. It's Atlantic hurricane season. The season lasts from June through November. Hurricanes are powerful storms that form over the ocean. They bring heavy rains and winds that can blow more than 150 miles per hour. Hurricanes that reach land can knock down trees, flood towns, and destroy buildings. Flying into danger. Knowing when and where a big storm will hit can save lives. That's where hurricane hunters come in. During a flight, crew members release dropsondes from the plane. These long tubes are attached to small parachutes. As they fall through the air, dropsondes record temperature, wind speed, and other information. A crew member on the plane sends all the information to the National Hurricane Center. That's in Miami, Florida. Meteorologists there use the data to try to figure out a hurricane's path. They warn people to evacuate or flee to safety if the hurricane is headed their way. Sometimes the data we collect is used to tell people to leave their homes and might save their lives, Waddington explains. That's definitely the most rewarding part of the job. Inside a hurricane. Hurricanes form when warm air from the ocean's surface rises and meets cool air above it. This causes storm clouds, rain, and strong winds. When winds reach 74 miles per hour, the storm is called a hurricane. Winds blowing on the ocean's surface push the hurricane across the water and toward land. Clouds roll in a swirling pattern around the eye. The eye is the calm center of the hurricane. An eye wall is the ring of clouds around the eye. The strongest winds are here. History makers. Malala Yousafzai. She fights for girls' right to go to school. Growing up, Malala Yousafzai loved learning. She dreamed of becoming a doctor. But when she was 10, going to school became very dangerous. In 2007, a terrorist group called the Taliban took over her hometown in Pakistan. Taliban leaders said girls couldn't get an education. Malala didn't agree with the Taliban. She risked her life to stand up for girls' right to go to school. Speaking out. The Taliban destroyed schools and attacked teachers and students. Many scared parents stopped sending their kids to school. But Malala and some of her classmates continued to go. In 2009, 11-year-old Malala started writing a blog. She described the dangers she faced because of the Taliban. Malala also spoke on a TV show about the power of going to school. Malala's courage made her an inspiration and a target. Her family received notes demanding that she keep quiet, but Malala refused to stop talking. An awful attack. In 2012, the Taliban tried to silence Malala once and for all. While riding the bus home from school, she was shot and wounded by a Taliban gunman. To be treated, Malala was flown to the United Kingdom, a country in Europe. Her family soon joined her. Malala spent weeks in the hospital and made a full recovery. Continuing the fight. Since then, Malala has traveled around the globe. She speaks out in support of education. In 2013, she and her father started the Malala Fund. That organization helps kids all around the world go to school so they can learn. Today, Malala still lives in the United Kingdom. She continues to spread her message. She says that everyone has the right to an education. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world, she said in 2013. Education is the only solution. The life of a hero. Here are some key moments in Malala's life. Malala sees kids searching trash for items to sell. She learns many kids don't go to school. They work to support their families. Malala loves learning at the school that her father started around 1994. At age 17, Malala is the youngest person ever to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. Life science. A monster shark with a mega bite. Scientists say the megalodon was an even faster eater than anyone thought. Chomp, 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 chomp. Imagine the sound of 5 bites. A new study says that's the number of bites it would take a megalodon to eat a killer whale. Killer whales can weigh over 8,000 pounds. Megalodons were some of the largest sharks of all time. They were up to 60 feet long and had teeth that were about 7 inches long. In fact, megalodon means giant tooth. The sharks gobbled up large ocean animals like whales and dolphins. It could eat about 2,500 pounds of food per day. John Sparks works at the American Museum of Natural History, AMNH. He says megalodons were not just fast eaters, but also powerful ones. Researchers have figured out that the megalodon's bite force was about 4 times that of a T-Rex, Sparks explains. That's the highest ever for an animal. Don't worry, you won't bump into megalodons in the water today. They became extinct, or died out, about 3.6 million years ago. How big was the megalodon? Megalodon, 60 feet. Human diver, 5.5 feet. Great white shark, 20 feet. School bus, 45 feet. Debate it. Should computers replace teachers? Everyone knows that teachers do an amazing job, but it isn't always easy. Teachers can have large classes that make it difficult to give every student as much attention as he or she needs. That's one reason some argue that computers would make better teachers. Computers can give the same amount of attention to everyone, and computers don't have to eat or get paid. But others argue that kindness from teachers is important to help kids learn, and computers can't show kindness. Here's what two of our readers think. Yes, Edeline Cucci, Michigan. I think computers should replace teachers for 3 reasons. 1. Computers know everything, so they could answer any questions. 2. Computers never get sick, so schools would never need substitute teachers. And finally, computers can speak any language, so computers could understand what any student from anywhere is saying. No. Jasmine Elise Petit Home, Florida. When students have hard days and want to talk about their feelings, a computer wouldn't understand. And computers can't give hugs. Computers might know just about everything, but they don't know what kids are thinking. Caring human teachers get to know students. They find the best ways for each student to learn.
All right, we're going to underline some more important information, okay? This is going to help you on your test. So you see the paragraph that's in the middle of the page, right below the title. Can you underline this for me, please? It says helps keep people on the ground safe. Underline that. Now, on the other side of the page, okay, right below the map, you see that map that shows a picture of a hurricane? Okay, right below that, can you underline this for me? Where it says sometimes the data we collect is used to tell people to leave their homes and might save their lives. Okay, underline that for me. So with your colored pencil, just put a picture around it like this, a circle around it. Sorry. Like this. The picture shows parts of a hurricane, okay? The center's called the eye. It has clouds swirling around. Okay, there's winds. Okay, this is the eye wall. Okay, all right. Okay, here, go ahead and underline this. Underline that. And underline this. So she was a threat, okay, to the what they call the Taliban, because she kept talking about how bad they were treating people and that education was important. Okay? Um, also, underline right here, underline this. In 2013, she and her father started the Malala Fund. That's important. You see where it says speaking out? So right above that, okay, underline this. That's the main idea of the article. She risked her life to stand up for girls' right to go to school. And then underlined, Malana's courage made her an inspiration. And you see how the word's highlighted? You see that? So make sure you underline that part and then look. You see where it says right here? It says words to know and it says inspiration. Underline this. Someone who creates new ideas and others. So see this part right here where it says how big was the megalodon?
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Partita.
You might want to put a circle around this. Let me do it in yellow so you can see it. Because the picture tells you that it could be longer than a bus, right? Or it could be as long as a bus, correct?
Yes, Mr. Partita.
All right. All right. And then go to the article here. Underline this. To students have hard days. A computer won't understand. Okay. It can't give hugs. And they don't know what the kids are thinking. Okay.